Out of all the videos on this channel, there's no one topic discussed more than properties belonging to Charles Band. But rather than kicking off another franchise or doing one of their many horrible newer releases, I decided, what the hey, it's about time we covered Dolls. It may not be Full Moon, but it's still a classic full moon flick. Starring Guy Rolfe, who would eventually go on to play Andre Toulon in the Puppet Master franchise, 1987's Dolls sees a dysfunctional family stopped by a mansion during a storm, with the child discovering the elderly owners are magical toy makers, who have a haunted collection of living dolls. Now hold on to your dollies and watch out for anybody played by Guy Rolfe, that crazy toy-loving lunatic, because it's time to watch people die. Like an unexpected nip, this lady is about to slip, and though I definitely need to blur some of this, I think we can all clearly see that this doll is about to get broken. After a surprise bedroom brawl with a gang of tiny porcelain dolls, this chick does the one thing she can think of to get her out of this mess, and commits Aunt Maggie. Yeah, I know this movie came out a year before Child's Play, but I'm still calling it that. At least this woman clearly does it on purpose, instead of just looking dangerously stupid. Shouldn't have picked a fight with the miniature military, because for that act of dolly war crime, they're calling out the toy soldiers. And not the cool ones either. That movie didn't release until 1998. No, instead these soldiers are just, well, demonic toys. See what I did there? With the reference? Because of the toy soldier. Yeah, forget it. Just check it out. Jester's grandpa, Mr. Punch, just couldn't stand a chance against Mr. Sledge. Sorry, Dolly. Playtime's over.
Fuck you, Cody!
Alright, you had your fun. Now playtime is actually over. Time for Mr. Sledge to become the new Mr. Punch.
And you still don't know what's happening.
In the end, a total of 12 people died, 1987's Dolls. 5 if you want to exclude the doll kills, which totaled at least 7, maybe 8 or so, but it was difficult to count due to some of the broken dolls appearing to simply be unmasked, in a sense, as opposed to actually dying. And now that we know the number, let's rank them. At numbers 12 through 6, we've got the dolls. Nothing all that crazy happens here. I mean, there were some nice visuals, but in reality, it wasn't anything all that special. At number 5, we've got the grown-ass woman who was mauled by some soft dollies with glass faces. Really? The only means of escape was throwing yourself out the upstairs window? Number 4 is gonna go to Mr. Punch. I like the doll, but let's face it, that was a pretty lame kill. Number 3 goes to the girl shot by toy soldiers. 2 goes to the girl getting face slammed against the wall. And, dang. I guess number 1 goes to the dad who got turned into a doll. I mean, at least it was kind of surprising and unique, and it did have some good practical effects. The Crimson Creature for best design goes to Mr. Punch. There were plenty of interesting critters in this flick, like this one bear you see earlier in the movie, but Mr. Punch is a pretty cool little dude. The Bronze Kitchen Knife for worst kill goes to the mom who got Aunt Maggie'd. Sure, I could have gave it to the dolls, but I'm not counting them here. Humans only. The dead meat for nastiest kill goes to the mom too. Sure, you don't see anything too intense during the scene, but when her body shows up later on, you see that the whole side of her head is caved in. And thanks to the very brief glimpses you get of it, it helps make it look really good. The Silver Hockey Mask for best kill goes to, man, I almost don't want to give one for this movie. The film itself is fine and all, but the kills, Oh, I know, I'm gonna give this award to the bear kill from earlier in the movie. Since it's not a real kill, it didn't get shown or counted, but since it is still a kill scene, I'm gonna show it here. The Chrome Dome for most inventive kill also goes to the bear, because I thought it was pretty cool seeing a real bear burst out of the giant stuffed bear. And the Golden Frank for most memorable goes to Blondie. Like the mom though, it's not necessarily because of the act of the kill, but it's her death afterwards. She's alive just long enough for the new fake doll eyes to pop out of her head, then she holds them up to recreate that iconic poster. And finally, before we bury the dead, you can currently watch this killer flick right now for free over on Tubi. There's also a plethora of other killer doll flicks if you're in the mood for more. There's a 2019 flick with the same name. There's practically every movie with Charles Band's name attached to it. You've got Annabelle ripoffs, Chucky ripoffs, ones that aren't made by Full Moon. And one specifically that I will recommend is 2014's Halloween-themed horror movie Doll Factory. Sure, it's bad, but in a made-for-TV kind of way, where you can tell it's cheaply made, but it's still fun.
We might have awoken the evil spirits at the Doll Factory.
Why do white folks always gotta be doing dumb shit?
Be sure to tell us your favorite kill down in the comments below. And while you're down there, have you seen the movie? We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you back here again with more dead people. Have a nice day.
Looking for more horror fun?
You're goddamn right.
Then check out the VHS comic book series, a parody of the horror genre that follows the lives of 3 teens as they fight to survive a horror movie, where every day is loaded with blood, boobs, and buds. The first 2 issues can be found in the description below.
I was obsessed with the VHS.